But if you know that you like to cut the hair wet and they come in with dry hair and you want to cut first before you do anything, you can take some of our Moisture Plus and some of our sculpturing lotion, mix it with a little bit of water, and that creates a cutting lotion. Now you can always wash the hair before, but sometimes I have short hair clients or guy clients that like to get the wash after because some of the little hairs get everywhere, right? So you need something to kind of cut through their product at first, like if they have gel or pomade or anything like that, you can use our sculpturing lotion and uh, leave-in conditioner as a cutting aid. All right. Now you definitely always want to make sure you go in and fine tune. Sometimes a bob on the inside can have a lot of, you know, stragglers, these little guys that want to hang on and make you look bad. You got to go in here and get that nice clean line. All right, I'm going to turn this around so you can see this side while we're working on this side over here. Let's see. All right, guys. We're almost done with this. I'm going to resection her back. And once we're done, she's now pressed out. And believe it or not, guys, this is actually just a blowout, and she had pretty kinky, curly hair, but that's what you get when you use Heavenly Silk and Shine Conditioner and some Moisture Plus. And again, you always want to make sure you're standing directly in front of your section, your subsection that you're cutting. You want to make sure that your line is nice and clean. And also, guys, I'm going to show you when I'm done with this little section, you want your angle to be smooth. In other words, you don't want the back to be nice and clean and then the angle to be like rigid or chunky or looks disconnected from the back. The reason we say marry the back to the front together is because they are now one. They need to look like one. They don't need to look like you did two haircuts in one. All right. So a good way to check once you're done overall, have the client put her head back down. Do you see any imperfections? Now I will say, once you are done, especially as short as she has it, it's gonna go up to the nape of her neck, her hairline. You can use trimmers, but I encourage you to use your electric cutting tool after you've used your shears. Try it by hand first, okay? But what we can do, just to make sure, like she's got a little bit right there, so we're just gonna barely tap. Now these are at an angle too, so you wanna make sure that you hold it to where you're cutting straight on, okay? So yes, she's gonna have just a little bit right here. This is going and cleaning it up. See, she's got a piece right there. You can knock that just a little bit. Sorry, I think my head's in the way. You just want to make sure she's nice and tidy. Now, she also may want to curl this. So what we're going to do, make sure again she's good. All right, Deborah, you can lift your head up for me, honey. All right. Y'all see my little money piece, my little Ashtae chocolate brown little money piece? All right. Okay, guys. So now we're going to do a little bit of layering, okay? What you want to do, I'm going to do traditional, a whole set, 45, 90, 180. But what you're going to see me do, make sure you've got that part line. I am not going to do anything past the occipital bone back here, okay? Everything below the occipital bone, I've already taken care of. When we point cut and we did our half moon shape, I already took care of that, okay? Now, you see all this right here? It's gotta go. It's gotta go. I'll show you. You can point cut. Still make it a solid line. Okay, you're gonna drop some as you elevate from your 90. Technically, guys, this is not 180. There's a little bit in between. This is really 180. There's about 120, 125 in between 90, but most of us only learned 45, 90, and 180. Okay, but to really complete the whole set, you really got to do a little bit in between. Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit faster for this just to show you guys for time purposes. I am going to regular cut this and go back in and add a little bit of point cut. And you could cut it straight across pretty blunt like this. It's just going to give you a little bit more of a stack than I've got over here. So you can always come back in and re-grab your section. And now take a little bit of weight out of the ends, just a tad bit. Again, closing the blade on the back stroke. Y'all, who am I? Using all these technical terms. Backstroke, ergonomical, point cutting. Y'all think I'm a hairdresser or something. All right, back to your 90. Now you will see when you're cutting a bob, especially now that it's all married together, you've already cut this, so your guide's gonna travel with you. So take a little bit out of that section, put it back into your next section, and you guys are gonna see, right? You see where we cut right here. Okay, so you know all this needs to come off. You know it all needs to come off. Grab a little bit more from this section, go back up, look at your guide. You know that needs to come off. All that's gotta go. Because guess what? You cut it off in the previous section. So when you come back, you've got to cut that off too. If not, your haircut's going to look lumpy and not even. Do a little bit more around the side, on her corners right here. Now I'm going to tell you guys too, I do not layer the front as much as I layer the back. Why? Well, she wants that asymmetrical angled bob, but she also wants a little bit more volume in the back than she does in the front. She likes the front to look pretty sleek. She's a businesswoman. She's a realtor. She's selling houses, honey. So she needs a little bit of volume and oomph in the back here. And she needs a little bit more sleek and smooth in the front. So again, the same thing that you did cutting your perimeter, you can now take your layered section and over direct, and you also can do the same thing. Trimming just a little bit, okay? Bringing this back, over directing a tad bit, and look, she doesn't necessarily have a whole entire set of layers, but it's enough to keep the shape and the weight out of those ends so she doesn't triangle out, okay? And as far as her very front section, where her money piece is at, her beautiful little chocolate money piece, nothing goes there. I'm not doing any layering. She doesn't want any face framing. She wants it to be nice and come around her beautiful jawline and hug it. So I'm not going to give her anything in here. That is to be left alone, okay? Bringing this back again, just a little bit. And you don't have to point cut the whole thing. You can mix up your techniques, okay? Now, again, just for time's sake, I'm not going to do the other side just because you've got this done right here. So I'm going to show you guys right here. Thank you. It's looking great. All right, guys. So now you see she has a little bit of weight out of here on the ends, but it's going to kind of bevel inwards, which is exactly what we wanted. I'm going to show you the back. You've got a nice, clean bob with a nice curved line without all the weight, without all the bulk, but she's still got her length. And do you know why? This little secret weapon back here. And guess what? Looking at her, you would have never known, right? You would have never known. Never, ever, ever in a million years would you have known that her entire bottom section below the occipital bone was cut about 1.5 inches shorter than everything else. Now, that's my tip for the first Monday of June. Okay, y'all better hang on to that tip. You better write it down, lock it away, put it in your notes, bank that into your long-term memory. Do whatever you got to do. But that, I'm telling you guys, is a game changer for this type of haircut. So now that she's finished and she's all blown out and she's got her nice spunky little bob, she's ready to go to her business meeting. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm gonna use my handy dandy new little smoothing tool, and this is gonna be on low so it's kind of quiet for you guys. And I'm just gonna make sure she's nice and smooth right up here. We don't like any little flyaways. So once we get her nice and smoothed out, she's all nice and smooth. Now, this stuff is my favorite right here. A little bit of the Diamond Hold hairspray by Ashtae. This is a very fast drying working finishing spray. It is a buildable hairspray. It has a nice hold, obviously diamond hold. However, you can use a little, you can use a lot, you can hit it 2, 3, 4 times. So Miss Deborah is gonna get it from here. And guys, this hairspray is a stronger hold. However, I'm telling you, when you're done with it, oh my goodness. I can brush it out of my hair, but I still get the strength and the hold that I need to throughout the day. So she's got a little bit of diamond hold. Now we are going to go in, actually, with a little separator. We're just going to make sure, honey, that she's still got her movement. She's still got her pieces that she could have. And she's laid. Also, if you want to do a little bit of something on the part, you can use our Lay and Stay or our pomade, or even really the High Gloss Curl Wax. But I want her part to be defined. Honey, I want them to think that she just got this done. So you can put a little bit down the part line right there, a little bit on top. And because she tends to be on the drier side, we're going to use just a little bit of Silly Gloss, okay? This stuff is amazing. You can put it on top of the hairspray, okay? It is an illuminating high gloss mist. It eliminates frizz. It helps with shine. It moisturizes and conditions. So, honey, she's got her little bit of graduation going on, okay? Y'all see that? Got the hairspray. We're going was trying to call me while I was getting Miss Deborah together. So yeah, we did 3 little sprays. I'm gonna do 1 more in the back. This is very concentrated, so you wanna make sure that you hold it away from your client. You do not wanna put it up here, my friends. You do not. You wanna hold it back. But guys, do you see? She's still moving. She's still swinging. She can move her head down. She can move it back. I mean, she could do whatever she wants. Her nice little money piece is showing. She's nice and sleek. And she has a style that was cut on straight hair, but is completely versatile. I want to really get that message across to you guys, because you do not have to have a curly cut done on dry curly hair. Because get this, guys, we did all of this layering, all of this debulking, and gave her a little bit of texture now that she's straight. But when she washes this and puts a little bit of the Moisture Plus and the Heavenly Foam, and she wants to just do, you know, a wash and go wet style, her curls are going to be on and popping, because this haircut was cut straight, but it wasn't cut blunt, and it wasn't done bluntly, okay? Now, she still gets that appearance and that visual effect, because that's all hair hair designing is. It is a visual effect. It's creating lines and drawing the eyes to different parts of the hairstyle, okay? So when people are behind her, they're gonna be drawn right there. That's why I love that little trick. But she's gonna be able to wear this any way she wants to, and when she comes back to this style to blow it out straight, it's not gonna be chunky, it's not gonna be lumpy, it's not gonna be lopsided, it's not gonna be any of those things, okay? All right. And also too, if you find that you're trying to cut textured hair and it's a little difficult, or your shears seem like they're a little dull, you can always go in before you do the haircut with our cream revitalizer treatment. This is going to soften the hair a little bit. It's going to infuse moisture and condition that dry, brittle hair. Okay, because sometimes when you cut really, like if it's dry, like dehydrated hair, it can, instead of cutting, it can bend. Okay, so you want to make sure she's properly conditioned and moisturized also. All right, guys. Drop in the chat what you think about her style. Drop in the chat what you think about some of the techniques that I dropped. If you guys want more techniques, again, we dropped the link in the chat for our Beyond the Chair virtual conference because we are sold out in person. First time ever we're sold out, but you guys do get a little promo code if you sign up from today's class, okay? And you will get a recap of this will be dropped as well. And I just want you guys to take advantage of it while it's on the line because it is such a good deal. I don't want you guys to miss it. 3 jam-packed days full of education and networking and just the best of the best that's out there. It's just amazing. It's going to be awesome. We only have a few short weeks. It's at the end of June. And I can't stress it enough. Sign up, join, hit the link, follow me, Hair by Ethan97 on Facebook and on Instagram. Follow Ashtae Products on Facebook and Instagram. Get on that email list. Go online to ashtae.com and sign up to become a pro so you can get those pro deals. So you can get stuff like Moisture Plus and Diamond Hold Hairspray from our website. You can also find some of these items in Salon Centric. I hope you guys really enjoyed my class today. And I hope that I will see you guys in person or virtually at Beyond the Chair in June. Remember, it's in Charlotte this year at Johnson C. Smith University. I am so excited. And if you guys are watching from the Florida area, make sure you check our girls out at Premier Orlando. And I hope you guys have a happy Monday. It's the first Monday of June, so let's make June a great month. Let's make some money. Let's cut some bobs. Let's attend that Beyond the Chair conference. All right, guys. I think I'm going to sign off, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And if you need anything, you can always DM me at Hair by Ethan97 or DM Ashtae Products. Thanks, guys. We'll see you at Beyond the Chair.